It's weird that my celebrity crush is 100% absolutely at Conan O'Brien. Is that weird? Is it?
What did we just witness? Conan kicks things off by diving straight into Ali Maki's tweet, where she admits he's her celebrity crush. Right from the start, the mood gets playful as Conan hones in on the weird phrasing, asking why she felt the need to qualify the crush as strange. He jokes about the odd energy her tweet gives off, pointing out that no one thinks it's weird when someone crushes on Brad Pitt. This little back and forth sets up the tone for an episode full of awkward laughs. Oh, but things are only getting started. That got weird real fast.
One of my staffers brought some tweets of yours to my attention, and I thought we should discuss it.
Conan pulls up another tweet where Ali gets nervous about her crush, using way too many emojis and question marks, which he calls out in classic Conan fashion. He even compares it to how people react to normal celebrity crushes, and hilariously exaggerates how she thinks her tweet might blow up the universe. Ali tries to explain it was her teenage self coming through, but Conan doesn't let it go, pointing out the excessive sweating emojis. It's a cringy but hilarious moment, and trust me, the awkwardness is about to hit another level.
You did that a while ago. Yeah, you didn't do that in anticipation of this show. No. You did that a long time ago. Yeah. But my question is, why can't, if someone said I've got a crush on Brad Pitt, they don't go, isn't that crazy? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Because they know that the general reaction is going to be like, yeah, that's right. But you act like your tweet is going to blow up the universe.
Now that's comedy gold. Ali casually drops the phrase, tall, dark, and handsome when describing Conan, which immediately sends him into a full-blown meltdown. He can't get over the dark part, sarcastically calling himself the whitest human being on the planet, while Ali laughs nervously. Conan leans hard into his joke, trying to process how he ended up in the same category as Ben Affleck. Honestly, you'd think that was enough awkwardness for one clip, but nope, it only gets better from here.
But Conan's definitely taking the lead, both tall, dark, and handsome. So then I'm thinking, you don't even have the right guy. You're thinking of somebody else.
Oh my God,
I'm the least dark person. I'm the whitest human being on the planet.
Okay, that just got funnier. Ali clarifies that she used to have a crush on Ben Affleck during his Good Will Hunting days, but insists Conan has now taken the lead. She also mentions Shia LaBeouf during his Transformers phase, making it sound like her crushes come with expiration dates. Conan, clearly enjoying the attention, manages to thank her while sneaking in more jokes about being the unlikely winner in this celebrity crush competition. And just when you think Conan is done joking, he takes things up another notch.
Ben Affleck, but back in Good Will Hunting days.
Oh, okay, you like him back then.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf back in Transformers days.
Right.
But Conan O'Brien all day.
Oh, that's...
Did you catch that? Ali tries to pay Conan a compliment by saying he's aging like fine wine. But of course, Conan doesn't take it seriously. Instead, he jokes that his secret to looking better with age is plastic surgery, casually tossing in that typical self-deprecating humor. Even Ali can't keep a straight face as Conan spins her kind words into something absurd. It's the perfect ending to a hilariously awkward segment. But stick around, there's always more where that came from.
I don't age.
You keep getting better with age.
I get better with age because of the surgeries.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay.
I always have to take a compliment and just jam it down into the toilet.
Man, that was such a random way to kick things off. Ariana Grande starts by telling everyone she's been a massive Jim Carrey fan for a long time. And honestly, who can blame her? She even had an old school screen name, Jim Carrey Fan 42, which she picked because he was 42 years old at the time. Ariana casually throws in that detail as if it's totally normal to base your username on someone's age. But hey, that's fandom for you. Her excitement is super relatable, and it's about to get even better when she talks about something seriously coincidental.
I'm a massive Jim Carrey fan. My first screen name was Jim Carrey Fan 42.
Well, he was 42 at the time.
Okay, how weird was that? Ariana goes on to describe this totally bizarre moment where she announced Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind on Jim Carrey's birthday without realizing it. She promises she's not one of those super intense fans who plans everything around their idol's life. But let's be real. This timing is just too strange. Her tone is half, "This is funny," and half, "Please don't think I'm a stalker," which makes it even more hilarious. And yeah, you guessed it. There's more quirky stuff coming up.
The weirdest thing. I announced Eternal Sunshine on Jim's birthday, and I didn't fucking know it was his birthday.
This was awkward in a way that only Tom Holland could make hilarious. He kicks off the story by describing how he met Robert Downey Jr. for the first time. Tom walks right up to who he thinks is RDJ, shakes his hand, and tries to keep it cool. But panic quickly sets in. You can almost picture Tom's inner dialogue going, "Why does this feel so weird?" Something's not right here. What makes this even funnier is that he's already locked into the interaction, and there's no way out. Stick around, because what happens next takes things to another level.
Robert Downey Jr. I go up to him, I shake his hand, "Nice to meet you," and I'm starting to panic.
Okay, this might be one of the funniest mix-ups ever. As Tom keeps talking, he can't help but notice that something is seriously off about Robert's face. Without thinking it through, he awkwardly asks, "Do they do something to your face on camera?" You don't look the same in person. It's one of those cringe moments where you wish you could rewind time, but nope, he's fully committed now. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, the real Robert Downey Jr. walks in, and Tom realizes he's been having this entire awkward conversation with RDJ's stunt double. Honestly, this is peak Tom Holland. Awkward, charming, and totally clueless. And believe it or not, the story only gets funnier from here.
And I'm looking him in the face, sort of going, "There's something different about you in person. Do they do something to your face on camera? Like, you don't look the same." And then Robert then walked in. And I realized I've been talking to his stunt double the whole time.
That was already off to a wild start, right? The interviewer casually asks if Bebe Rexha has ever met Angelina Jolie, and you can practically see Bebe's face light up as she dives into full-on fan mode. She immediately starts gushing about how much she loves Angelina, calling her everything from inspiring to iconic. The way she talks about her makes it sound like Angelina is a mythical figure she's been admiring from afar her whole life. And honestly, if you think that's a lot, just wait. She's only warming up.
Come on. Right?
She's everything.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me, have you met her yet?
No, I haven't met Angelina yet.
You haven't met her yet?
No.
Wow, Baby was really on one here. Things start to heat up as Baby keeps talking about how Angelina's role as Maleficent totally fits her vibe. She goes so far as to say Maleficent could easily be Angelina's alter ego, and honestly, it makes sense. Baby clearly sees her as this perfect mix of edgy and elegant, someone who's evolved from rebellious to ridiculously classy. You think that was the peak? Nope, it's about to get even funnier.
I love you.
Yeah, I love her. She's so inspiring.
She said that she feels like Maleficent could be like her alter ego.
This part was pure fangirl comedy gold. Bebe can't stop hyping up Angelina, and it's kind of adorable how she keeps calling her a classy bad beach over and over. You can tell she's genuinely overwhelmed by how much she admires Angelina, and it's both hilarious and super relatable. She's completely in awe, like Angelina's on some next-level pedestal of coolness. But trust me, Baby's not done freaking out just yet.
I don't know. I kind of feel like she's like I feel like in the past she was like always that like rebel.
Yeah.
You know, and now she's obviously kind of like, but now she's like a classy bad. I mean, I love her.
Was it like a classy bad day?
That was next-level funny, wasn't it? As things wrap up, BB takes it to another level by joking that if she ever actually met Angelina, it would be the ultimate life achievement. She even throws in the dramatic line, "I wanna die now," because apparently, meeting Angelina would be the final thing she'd need to check off her bucket list. Her reaction is so over the top that you can't help but laugh and love her even more for it. And yeah, you're going to want to see this ending for yourself.
Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. You're so good.
No, for real. Oh my God.
You are wonderful. It's so nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Does anything get better than that?
No,
honestly?
that was
Does anything-
epic. I gotta go die now.
This story is already hitting deep, and you know it's gonna get better. Matt Damon starts off by telling how he was in South Africa shooting Invictus when he got the chance to meet Nelson Mandela again. He and his wife had already met Mandela briefly in New York before, but it was one of those super quick moments where you barely have time to say hello before it's over. They didn't want to bother him a second time, thinking, well, we already had our moment, let's not be those people. But when someone tells you, hey, bring your kids to meet Mandela, you don't say no. And trust me, what happens next takes things up a notch.
Well, speaking of the heart, can you tell us a story I heard you tell about 3 years ago about meeting Mandela with your child in your arms?
I sure could tell that story. That's an incredible story, actually, because when I was doing Invictus in South Africa, we had a chance to meet Mandela, and my wife and I had met him in New York.
Wow, that must have been such a surreal moment. Matt then describes standing outside the door with his 2-year-old daughter Isabella in his arms, waiting to go in and meet Mandela. Out of nowhere, Isabella, like any curious toddler, asks him, "Daddy, who's behind that door?" Matt, probably feeling his heart rate pick up because of the whole situation, gently explains, "That's Mr. Mandela, a very special man, and we're going to say hello to him." It's one of those moments where you can feel the importance of what's about to happen, even through a kid's innocent question. And if you think that was special, the next part is on another level.
Again, and then they told us that we could bring our kids, and so we did that. And Gia was about 8 months, and Isabella was 2. And the most incredible part of the whole experience was we were waiting in the hallway to be ushered in to like have our few minutes with him. And I was holding Isabella, and she said to me, "Daddy, who's behind that door?"
You know something big's about to go down when little kids go completely silent. Matt shares how, when they finally walked into the room, both his daughters locked their eyes on Mandela, completely mesmerized. He points out how even Gia, who was only 8 months old at the time, couldn't stop staring at him like she somehow knew she was in the presence of someone truly extraordinary. Matt talks about Mandela's aura filling the room, making it one of those moments where you don't even need to explain. It's just felt. Honestly, the way he describes it makes you wish you were a fly on the wall for that meeting. But hold up, the story isn't done yet.
The side of the door, and I said, "That's Mr. Mandela. He's a very special man, and we're going to go say hello to him." And she said, "Okay." And we walked in, and neither of the 2 little ones took their eyes off him. Particularly Gia, who was 8 months old at the time, never took her eyes off of him the entire time we were in the room.
This part really hits home, doesn't it? Matt wraps up by saying that Mandela's energy was so powerful that even a little kid with no idea who he was could sense how special he was. He talks about how rare it is to meet someone like that, someone whose presence alone can make a lasting impact, even on people too young to understand it. It's one of those stories that sticks with you, because it's not just about meeting a famous person, it's about experiencing something truly unique. And yeah, if you thought this was moving, wait till you hear more about how Matt tells it. It's got all the feels.
Of him holding our kids. And
there's a few people you meet through your life who have a presence in a room, and I've been in a room with him. I haven't actually shook his hand or met him, but he has this aura about him.
It's an aura. It really is.
Really
yeah.
extraordinary.
Yeah, so much so that a child who just doesn't have a dog in the fight or no agenda, just was absolutely aware that there was something special happening. Yeah.
It's amazing that your kids were able to have that opportunity. That's great.
This was such a legendary way to start things off, wasn't it? Arsenio Hall kicks things off by pointing out how much of an icon Muhammad Ali is and how he's inspired so many people, including Mike Tyson. But Arsenio doesn't stop there. He brings in a few other people who are also big fans of Ali. The whole setup feels like one of those moments where you just know everyone in the room is hyped to be in the presence of greatness. And yeah, if you think this intro was good, just wait, because it's about to get even better.
You've been the inspiration of a lot of people. I brought some other people, some other interviewers who are going to help me out because you're an inspiration to them too. Fellas.
Now that was hilarious and kind of adorable at the same time. Ali takes one look at one of the guests and jokes about how big he is, pretending to be scared, which gets everyone cracking up. Arsenio jumps in to clarify that the guy isn't a fighter, just a sweet realtor, and it turns the whole moment into this lighthearted exchange. It's one of those moments where everyone's just having fun, but you can feel the genuine respect underneath the jokes. And trust me, This is only the warm-up. Things are about to get real.
What's wrong? Oh, this one here? He's bigger. Huh?
I'm scared of him.
You're scared of this one? He said...
This was the kind of question everyone wanted to hear, and Arsenio didn't hold back. He straight up asks Tyson who would have won if he and Ali had fought in their prime. And you can feel the tension in the room rise, but in a fun way. Both Ali and Tyson play it cool. Ali points out his speed, while Tyson, being Tyson, praises Ali's toughness and skill. It's a playful but respectful back and forth that shows how much these two legends admire each other. And if you thought this was interesting, Tyson's next comment is going to blow your mind.
Who would have won if you fought this man in your prime?
Tyson really knows how to drop a memorable line, doesn't he? In true Tyson fashion, he humbly acknowledges his greatness, but quickly turns the spotlight back on Ali, saying, "Every head must die. Every tongue must confess. This is the greatest." It's such a bold and poetic way of giving Ali the ultimate respect, blending Tyson's confidence with his deep admiration for the champ. The way Tyson delivers it makes you realize how seriously he means it, but it's also got that signature Tyson flair that makes it unforgettable. And just when you think it couldn't get more heartfelt, Tyson takes it up another level.
What would you say, Mike?
I by no means, I'm vain. I know I'm great, but can I tell you something? In this situation, every head must bow, every tongue must confess. This is the greatest of all time.
That was pure admiration, and Tyson wasn't holding anything back. He goes on to explain how watching Ali inspired him as a kid and gave him the confidence to believe he could be unbeatable in the ring. Tyson even credits Ali's psychological tactics, how he used his character and personality to mess with his opponents and make himself seem invincible. You can tell Tyson's not just talking about boxing here. He's talking about how Ali shaped his whole mentality. And yeah, if you think that was deep, wait till you hear the next part. It's got a whole different vibe.
This man's great. And I don't know what would happen if he hit me. You know, I don't believe that, because the champ is very modest, you know what I mean? 'Cause I seen him in the ring with killers. I seen him in there with killers, like Foreman, Shavers, guys that hit much harder than I. And, you know, he takes these guys' greatest punches, and that's what made him such a champion. I mean, even though I heard him say he didn't believe, he must have believed, because that's why, from watching Ali, gave me the great deal of confidence and deep down in the belief, to believe there's no man in this planet that could beat me.
Okay, that was straight-up comedy gold. Arsenio asks Ali if Tyson hits harder than Ernie Shavers, but before Ali can even answer, Tyson jumps in with a quick joke about Arsenio's phrasing, which cracks everyone up. The room bursts into laughter, and you can tell everyone's having a great time despite the serious topic. Moments like this are what make interviews like these so special. It's not just about the legends themselves, but the fun atmosphere they create. And just when you think it can't get better, Arsenio adds a sweet personal note.
You think he could hit harder than Ernie Shavers?
What do I think? Are you colored?
This part was such a touching way to wrap things up. Arsenio mentions how Sugar Ray Leonard told him that Ali had a huge influence on his career, and Tyson, without hesitation, agrees wholeheartedly. Tyson even goes so far as to call Ali a father figure, which really shows how deeply Ali impacted his life beyond just boxing. It's not often you see someone like Tyson get this open and emotional, but when he does, it hits different. Honestly, it's the perfect ending to a conversation that's equal parts fun, inspiring, and heartfelt.
Sugar has told me many times that you had a great influence on him.
This is my father. My father looking for you.